And lo, the broken man did cry to the film gods, "Send me something to wash away the memory of Hellboy, something to remind me of how good cinema can be, lest I be utterly defeated by 3 hours of Avengers bland game." And the film gods did answer, "We hear you, our child. We present Red Joan, the true story of Joan Stanley, who was exposed as the KGB's longest-serving British spy. It stars Dame Judi Dench and will calm you far better than the video nasty about possessed killer Nazi puppets. I, your humble servant, thank you for this blessing, O great film gods, and... Wait, what video nasty about possessed killer Nazi puppets? A reboot of a franchise maybe 4 people care about, but... Back to Red Joan. Yeah, you guys have fun with that. I'm off to go and see something that Mother most definitely wouldn't approve of. Because they just don't make them like this anymore, and with good reason. If you told me that this was made 20 years ago and stuck on a shelf, then I would believe you, because this is a film with no redeeming qualities at all. I loved it. Alright, first up, this is indeed a reboot, although the production team have weirdly stated that it takes part in a parallel universe to the original franchise for no reason that I can work out, of 11 films, all of which were made for a combined budget of $4.23 million, or one Blumhouse, 2 comic book miniseries, an ongoing comic book series, and numerous other collector's items, none of which I will be going anywhere near because there is no way that they can live down to this. And I do mean down because this is a truly nasty little piece of work which seems to be in a competition with itself to see if it can top each death scene. As soon as you think you've seen the most over-the-top death in cinematic history, the film looks at you scornfully and goes, That was nothing. This is the most over-the-top death scene in cinematic history. Oh, you want a moment to catch your breath and process what you've just seen? Okay, I'll just kill off this random character in a manner that suggests that this film's budget was running out and their daily rate was just that expense too far. Oh, stop looking at me like that. You know you're loving this. Yes, I am. I just want to point out that Saving Private Ryan had a lower, less graphic body count. Now, normally at this point I would recount the plot, but that seems like telling you about my tube journey into work last Tuesday. It was there, it happened, but it's completely irrelevant to why you've clicked on this review. Fine. It was okay, actually. I got to see and finally got around to watching Love, Simon in 2 parts, going and coming. It was really good and I recommend it, but the delays on the way back and oh, you wanted the plot to the movie? Well, in a parallel universe where everyone apart from 2 people seems to be a complete jerk, Udo Kier, you know, that guy from Blade, Iron Sky and Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, you'll know him if you see or hear him, was a dedicated Nazi who fled to the US and then made a living selling puppets that he can bring to life to enforce his beliefs somehow, and then he gets killed and 30 years later a convention brings all his puppets back to his house and... This then brings them all to life, whereupon they immediately start killing again for... reasons. I warned you it was thin. In reality, it's opening sequence, really cool wordless animated sequence using only the colours red and black, 20 minutes of filler, and then blood. So much blood. Before the most obvious cliffhanger in cinematic history, and the film ends. Now, if you're in the mood for something gory thrown in front of your mates after a beer or 6, then this is your film. If you want a deep think piece on the human condition, then why did you think you would find that in Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich?
We're waiting.
Fine, your main character is a comic book creator moving home after a divorce, whereupon he immediately strikes up a relationship with the only other decent person in existence, and they make a pretty cool double act, along with a seriously annoying sidekick who gets some actually pretty solid character development along the way. Oh, and did I mention the low budget means there's no CGI? Probably because the budget was... I actually have no idea, but if it was above 100,000, I'd be really surprised. Sadly, the lower budget also means that the animatronic budget stretches to little more than an off-screen hand physically moving the puppet, like a no-budget film made by some kid on his smartphone. It works in context and also means that the puppets are way creepier. Look, like I said, you have to go into Puppet Master Littlest Reich with a certain mindset. A certain blood alcohol level wouldn't hurt either. And if you do that, then you're going to have a great time with it. Once you get through the filler, that is. I mean, there's making me not care about the supporting cast, and then there's making me actively root for the evil possessed Nazi puppets. Make me care for the buffet a little bit more, and their deaths might have made me care as well as wince. But as is, I definitely think you should see it. But be advised, guys, this is a sick little film. But what do you guys think? And what do you think's been the greatest reboot of all time? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a dunking. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.